It looks like you're referring to the 5-cent coins from the United States that were minted in the years 1977-1987-1988, 1989, and 2010. These coins would primarily be nickel coins, which feature a variety of designs. 1977 nickel. This coin features Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse. It is part of the standard Jefferson nickel series. 1987 nickel. Like the 1977 nickel, this one also has the typical Jefferson design. 1988 nickel. Same design as the others. Part of the standard Jefferson series. 1989 nickel continues with the typical Jefferson design. 2010 nickel still features the Jefferson design. Start with a surprising fact about the rarity of certain coins, or a question like, did you know that some 5-cent coins from 1987 can be worth a fortune? Introduce the topic of the 1987 5-cent coin, explaining its significance in the coin collecting world and why viewers should care. Discuss the common misconceptions surrounding the value of 1987 5-cent coins and highlight what makes some of them rare. Delve into the specifics of what features to look for in a 1987 5-cent coin that could indicate its rarity, including mint marks and collection. Reveal the most valuable variants of the 1987 5-cent coin and share any recent auction results or sales that illustrate their worth. Recap the key points discussed in the video, emphasizing the importance of knowing which coins to look for and their potential value, and introduction. Importance of the nickel in American currency. Overview of the 1987 nickel. Historical context of the nickel. Origins of the nickel in U.S. coinage. Evolution of the nickel design. The significance of 5-cent coins in American history. Design and composition. Description of obverse Thomas Jefferson's portrait. Description of reverse Monticello. Material composition: 75% copper and 25% nickel. Changes in design over the years leading to the 1987 version. Minting process. Overview of the minting process for the nickel. Specifics about the 1987 minting. Production numbers. Mints involved. How the nickel differs from other denominations in production. Cultural impact and significance. The role of the nickel in everyday transactions. Depictions of the nickel in literature and popular culture. Collectible aspects of the nickel for numismatists. Economic factors. The inflationary context of 1987 and its effect on currency. Purchasing power of a nickel in 1987 versus today. Analysis of the nickel's role in the economy. Collectability and value. Factors influencing the collectible value of the 1987 nickel. Current market value and price fluctuations. Comparison with other year nickels and rarity. Conclusions. Summary of the nickel's significance. The future of the nickel in American currency. Final thoughts on the 1987 nickel's legacy. Shortened sections. Introduction. The 1987 5-cent coin, popularly known as the nickel, holds a unique place in American currency history. It symbolizes both the everyday life of the American populace and the historical legacy of Thomas Jefferson and Monticello. Historical context of the nickel. The nickel was first issued in the United States in 1866, intended as a solution to the need for a 5-cent denomination that could serve the growing economy. Over the years, its designs have reflected significant figures and events in American history, with the 1987 nickel featuring the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson. Design and composition. The obverse side of the 1987 nickel displays Thomas Jefferson's portrait based on a life mask made in 1789. The reverse depicts Monticello Jefferson's Virginia estate, symbolizing his architectural contributions and American heritage. The nickel is made of a copper nickel alloy, which gives it durability and distinctive coloring. Minting process. In 1987, the minting of the nickel was conducted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The production numbers for each facility provide insight into the coin's circulation, with Philadelphia minting the bulk of the coin's cultural impact and significance. The nickel is more than just a currency. It embodies American culture, from its representation in media to its use in vending machines and transactions. Collectors often seek out various years for their unique characteristics, making even a 5-cent piece a topic of interest. Economic factors. In 1987, the nickel had a purchasing power significantly greater than today, illustrating the impacts of inflation. The coin serves as a societal mirror reflecting changes in economic value over time. Collectability and value as per numismatic standards. The 1987 nickel is generally not considered rare, however certain conditions like mint errors or uncirculated coins could fetch higher value among collectors. Conclusion. Ultimately, the 1987 nickel is not just a piece of currency, it is a storied artifact reflecting a truth about American culture and history. Its legacy continues as discussions around the future of coinage evolve in a digital age. 5-cent piece, commonly known as the nickel, has played a significant role in American numismatics since its introduction. With its distinctive mix of copper and nickel, the nickel has seen various designs and changes through the years. This document will explore the history of the 5-cent piece, focusing on the 1977 nickel and its broader implications in American culture and economy. The origins of the nickel. The 5-cent piece was first introduced in the United States in 1866. The original design featured the Liberty head, and it was struck until 1883. The first design to feature the word cents came in 1883, creating a distinction that would set the coin apart from others. The introduction of the nickel was part of a larger move toward lower denomination coins, making it easier for everyday transactions. The demand for such coins grew as the 19th century progressed, and American society became increasingly urbanized and industrialized. The transition to the Jefferson nickel in 1938. The nickel underwent a significant redesign that led to the Jefferson nickel's introduction. The obverse features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson III, President of the United States, while the reverse showcases Monticello Jefferson's plantation in Virginia. Designed by Felix Schlag, this new nickel reflected a growing interest in honoring historical figures and places in U.S. currency. The 1977 nickel. The 1977 nickel continued the tradition established by the Jefferson design. Here are some details about the coin. Obverse features Thomas Jefferson, who was also the principal author of the Declaration of Independence and a proponent of democracy and individual rights. Reverse displays Monticello, representing Jefferson's architectural contributions and his connection to American history. The coins produced during this era maintained the same composition as prior years, consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel. The year 1977 was marked by a significant historical context, including the ongoing effects of the post-Watergate political climate, social changes, and economic shifts. Economic context of the 1970s. The 1970s were a tumultuous time in U.S. economic history. The country faced persistent inflation, a recession, and the lasting impacts of the Vietnam War. Inflation rates soared, leading to financial strains that affected everyday Americans. During this time, the nickel's purchasing power diminished. Historical context adds depth to the understanding of the significance of currency, demonstrating how economic forces shape the value and experience associated with coinage. Collecting and valuation of the 1977 nickel. As with all coins, 1977 nickel is collected for various reasons: sentimental value, aesthetic appreciation of coin design, and potential financial investment. Minting imperfections or the preservation of the coin can significantly affect its value. Circulated condition, generally worth its face value of 5 cents. Uncirculated condition could command a premium among collectors, ranging from a few cents to a couple of dollars, depending on condition and market demand. The significance of the Jefferson nickel lineage. The Jefferson nickel series has undergone few design changes, making it one of the longest-running series in U.S. coinage. Its consistent imagery of Thomas Jefferson not only serves as a tribute to an important historical figure, but also reflects the national values of democracy, independence, and civic duty. Broader cultural implications. The nickel, specifically the Jefferson design, has permeated American cultural consciousness. It represents more than just currency. It embodies a connection to the nation's foundational principles. The continued use of Jefferson's likeness connects contemporary life to the rich tapestry of U.S. history. Conclusion. The 5-cent nickel, particularly the 1977 edition, stands as a testament to American history, economic evolution, and cultural identity. Though its monetary value may be limited, its historical and cultural significance stretches far beyond its metal composition. Coins like the 1977 nickel are not merely transactional tools, they are vessels of history reflecting the legacy and value. Start with an intriguing fact about the 1988 5-cent coin that will surprise viewers, such as its rarity or unique design features. Introduce the 1988 5-cent coin, mentioning its historical context and why it stands out among other coins. Discuss the common misconceptions or challenges related to the 1988 5-cent coin, such as its value or collectability. Delve into the details of the coin, including its design, minting process, and any notable variations that collectors look for. Reveal the most compelling reason why the 19885-1 coin is considered special, such as its unique minting error or limited production. Summarize the key points discussed about the 1988 5-cent coin and its significance in numismatics, and overview of the 5-cent coin. Nickel in the U.S. mint history. Brief introduction to the 1988 nickel. The genesis of the 5-cent coin. Early history of the nickel coin in the U.S. Introduction of the 5-cent denomination and its importance. Overview of the designs before the 1988 issue. The 1988 5-cent coin. Design features of the 1988 nickel. Obverse profile of Thomas Jefferson. Reverse. The Monticello Jefferson's Virginia home. Minting process in 1988. Historical context. Events in 1988 that might have influenced coin production. The state of the U.S. economy during the late 1980s. Cultural significance of the nickel and its images. Minting details. Explanation of the mintage figures for 1988. Nickel's comparison with other years' mintages. Discussion on how the production levels affect value, collectability, and numismatic value. The factors that contribute to the collectible value of coins. The role of condition. Grades from circulated to uncirculated. Detailed analysis of the value of the 1988 nickel today, including rarity and demand in the market. Market trends and historical prices. Overview of the market trends for 5-cent coins through the years. Notable sales and auctions featuring the 1988 nickel. Predictions for future values based on historical data. The coin community. Profiles of prominent numismatists and collectors of nickels. Discussion on coin shows, clubs, and online marketplaces. The role of digital platforms in coin collection, care, and preservation. Best practices for preserving and storing your 1988 nickel. Common mistakes to avoid in coin collecting. Legacy of the 1988 nickel. The impact of the 1988 nickel in today's numismatic community. Comparisons to other significant nickels in history and their significance. What future generations might learn from collecting coins like the 1988 nickel. Conclusion. Summary of the historical significance and collectability of the 1988 nickel. Final thoughts on the enduring appeal of collecting coins. Appendices. A glossary of numismatic terms. A list of resources for further research. Books, websites, auction houses. A detailed bibliography referencing historical documents, pricing guides, and articles. The value of a 5-cent coin from 2003, such as the U.S. nickel, depends on a variety of factors, including its condition, rarity, mint mark, and whether it has any unique characteristics. Error coins, for example. Here is a thorough exploration of aspects relevant to assessing its value, although I won't reach 20,000 words. Understanding the 5-cent coin. Basic characteristics. The 5-cent coin, commonly known as the nickel, has been in circulation in the United States since 1866. It features the profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. The composition of the nickel has varied over the years. Post 1982 nickels are made of 75% copper and 25% nickel. 2003 nickel. The 2003 nickel continues the tradition of featuring Thomas Jefferson on the front and Monticello on the back. Housed in a mint set or in proof condition will further enhance its collectible value. Circulation versus uncirculated coins that have been circulated will generally have wear and tear, which can reduce their collectible value. Uncirculated coins which are in mint condition will be more valuable. Mint marks coins minted in different locations can have different values. The mint marks you might find on U.S. nickels include P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. Coins with a San Francisco mint mark are usually more collectible, especially in proof sets. Rarity and collectability. Rarity. While most 2003 nickels are not rare, special editions or those with minting errors could be. Collectors often seek out errors such as double strikes or off-center coins. Collector demand. The demand for a specific coin can significantly affect its market value. The value of modern coins can fluctuate based on trends in the collecting community. Grading system. Coins are graded based on their condition. The American Numismatic Association (ANA) grading system ranges from poor P1 to perfect uncirculated MS70. Higher grades attract higher prices among collectors. Valuation. Market price. A typical 2003 nickel in circulated condition is generally worth about its face value, 5 cents. Uncirculated coins or those in mint condition may fetch anywhere from 10 cents to 50 cents, while rare errors or special editions could be valued at more. Resources for valuation. Coin catalogs, online marketplaces, and numismatic associations can provide insight into current market values. Auctions and grades from reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC are also important indicators of a coin's worth. Selling coins. Selling coins involves determining the right venue. You can sell directly to collectors through auction sites or at coin shows. Providing accurate information regarding the coin's condition and provenance can also maximize sale price. Conclusion. While a 2003 5-cent coin may not individually hold high value, in typical circumstances, the world of coin collecting is intricate and nuanced. It is essential to consider the variety of factors that influence the coin's worth. Collectors often find excitement in both the monetary and historical aspects of numismatics, turning what may seem like simple currency into a fascinating collectible item. Further research along with seeking expert insights can help you understand the value of a specific 2003 5-cent coin more accurately, ensuring that you engage with the collector community knowledgeably for a deeper dive into specific attributes, historical context, and collecting trends. Extensive literature on numismatics, collectors forums, and up-to-date market guides can provide additional valuable insights into the world of coin collecting. Start with a surprising fact about the rarity of the 1989 USA 5-cent coin, such as its low mintage or unique features that could make it valuable. Introduce the 1989 USA 5-1 coin and its significance in coin collecting, setting the stage for why viewers should care about its potential value. Discuss the common misconceptions about the value of older coins and the challenges collectors face in determining what makes a coin rare or valuable. Explore the features of the 1989 USA 5-cent coin, including its design, mint marks, and any known variations that collectors should be aware of. Reveal the current market value of this coin and any auction results or sales that highlight its worth, creating excitement around the potential for profit. Summarize the key points discussed regarding the rarity and value of the 1989 USA 5-cent coin, reinforcing its significance in the coin collecting community. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. coinage, specifically the 1989 Jefferson nickel. If you're a coin collector, you probably already know how interesting these little pieces of history can be, so whether you found one in your pocket change or you're considering Adding it to your collection, let's take a closer look at the value and history of the 19,895-cent coin. First, let's talk about the design. The 1989 Jefferson nickel features the familiar design of President Thomas Jefferson. On the obverse, you'll find a portrait of Jefferson created by the renowned artist Felix Schlag. This has been the standard design for the nickel since 1938. With some minor modifications over the years, of course. You'll also notice the year 1989, which marks the specific issue of this coin. Moving to the reverse side, the design shows Monticello, the famous home of President Jefferson in Virginia, which has been featured on the reverse of the Jefferson nickel since 1938. This iconic structure is a symbol of Jefferson's architectural vision and his legacy in American history. Now that we've covered the design, let's discuss the value of the 1989 Jefferson nickel. If you're wondering how much this coin is worth, it depends on its condition and whether it's been circulated or not. Let's break it down. If you've got a regular circulated 1989 nickel, it's worth about 5 cents. The face value of the coin. These coins are very common, so they're not worth much more than what you'd expect to pay for them in regular circulation. But if you happen to find a 1989 nickel in uncirculated condition, meaning it hasn't been used much and still looks brand new, its value could be a little higher. In uncirculated condition, a 1989 nickel can be worth between 25 cents to $1 depending on how pristine it is. Now, if you've got one of these rare gems in proof condition, that's a whole different ballgame. Proof coins are specially minted and are usually produced for collectors. A proof 1989 nickel can sell for anywhere from $1.50 to $3.00 depending on demand and the state of the coin. So, while the 1989 Jefferson nickel may not be worth a fortune, it's still a nice coin to add to your collection, especially if you find one in exceptional condition. Coins like this offer a glimpse into U.S. history, and they're a great way to connect with the past. Did you know that the Jefferson nickel was originally introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, which had been in circulation since 1913? The coin has seen several design changes over the years, but the core design featuring Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse has remained remarkably consistent. Another cool fact is that the 1989 nickel was minted at all 3 U.S. Mint: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. So if you're a collector, you might want to check your coins for mint marks, which will tell you where they were made. And finally, as a collector, you might also be interested in knowing that the 1989 nickel was part of the regular annual circulation, so it didn't have any special commemorative status like some other years. Still, it's an important piece of numismatic history. The 1989 Jefferson nickel is a part of the Jefferson nickel series, which has a rich history dating back to its introduction in 1938. Here's a deeper look at the history of the coin and the significance of its design, including the 1989 issue. The Jefferson nickel replaced the Buffalo nickel, which had been in circulation since 1913. The design of the Buffalo nickel, though iconic, was prone to wear and tear due to its relief design, making it difficult to strike consistently. The U.S. Mint decided it was time for a change, leading to the creation of the Jefferson nickel, the obverse front of the Jefferson nickel to a clad composition of copper and nickel, which remains to this day. The 1989 Jefferson nickel still carries the same basic design that was first introduced in 1938 with Thomas Jefferson's portrait on the front and Monticello on the reverse. Over the years, the design has been refined, but the overall look has remained quite similar, making the 1989 issue a classic example of this long-standing design. The 1989 Jefferson nickel was minted at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. The mint mark found on the reverse side indicates where the coin was minted for regular circulation. Most 1989 nickels were struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, while San Francisco struck proof coins for collectors. The 1989 nickel is part of the long history of Jefferson nickels, and while it doesn't carry a specific commemorative significance, it represents a time when the design had become firmly entrenched in American coinage by 1989. The design of the nickel was a familiar and beloved image in everyday life, and its continuity symbolized the stability and heritage of U.S. coinage. The Jefferson nickel, especially in its 1989 form, holds a place in American numismatics and cultural history as a symbol of the country's evolution. While the design was largely unchanged from earlier years, each new minting year brought a fresh perspective on the coin's history and value. In 2004, the U.S. Mint introduced a new series of Jefferson nickels to celebrate the bicentennial of the Louisiana Purchase. Thanks for watching my videos, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and press the bell icon.